So, growing up in the projects, there's not many wild animals.
Right.
Animals.
It's like a cat and a dog. That's all.
That's
you
it.
There. Yeah.
And so we get to the river, and I see tadpoles. I'm like, fuck, man. This would be dope to have, because we grew up with fishes, and then something happened to the fishes that we can't talk about, but we weren't allowed to have fishes growing up. So I was like, yo, I will raise this tadpole up. This will be dope. I'm going to get him in a nice ass bowl setup. It's going to be nice.
Yeah, you're going to be excited for him to become a frog.
So I scooped up this tadpole, and I knew he couldn't survive out of the water very long. So I'm with a hustle. Mm-hmm. I'm fucking running up this guy.
He's in your hand.
Yeah, he's in my hand.
Tadpole's in your hand.
And I'm running back up to the house.
This is going to be your child. You're going to fucking raise him. You're going to teach him ways.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good. Take him out of the ghetto.
I'm running up to the house, and my grandma had this random ass fucking dog. Dogs would just come around her house, and she would feed them. That was it. So I'm running up to the house, tadpole in hand, and I forgot that I had, I forget what it's called, like a hand hook. I know that sounds dumb as fuck, but like a sheath.
It's like a sling blade.
Yeah, it ain't no Kaiser blade. It's a sling blade. I had that in my hand, so I'm running up the fucking house, and the dog spots me running with this big ass fucking hook in my hand, and the dog starts barking at me, and I stop immediately, and I'm like, "Why are you barking at me?" And the dog starts getting fucking crazier, and I'm just like, "Oh shit!" Like fight or flight kicked in.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about using that shit. I was like, God damn, this dog's gonna tear my ass up. There's a truck, and you better jump inside the bed of that truck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Run.
Right.
I fucking book it. I turn on the jets.
With the fucking tadpole still
in my hand.
And the sling blade.
And the sling blade. I jump in the back of the truck, and I'm like
terrified.
13 or 14 at this time.
Right.
Having this big ass dog bark at me, almost dying. I got upset, and maybe I yelled and I cried a little bit. People come outside. Everybody comes outside. What's going on?
Everybody hears him. Yeah.
I may have screamed. So people come on out, and I'm fucking bawling, bro, because this dog almost killed me.
Right.
My grandma comes out with the fucking broom, smacks the fuck out of that dog.
She does.
Smack the fuck out of that dog. And that kind of made me feel better, because I was like, all right,
she's on my side. She's on my side.
Yeah, I'm the victim. They're like, what happened? I was like trying to explain it, crying. And I was like, the dog tried to kill me.
Yeah.
And this is probably 5 minutes. And by then I realized, unclench your hand. The tadpole that I try to save, I smushed that motherfucker in my hand. Because I had to clench my fist in case that dog. But I just wanted to save that shit fucked me up. Because it's guts. And that's when I realized that animals have guts and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, man. Fucked me up.
So I was cracking up because not only I didn't see my grandma hit the dog with the broom, but I saw the dog run into the house. She goes behind the dog and she grabs the chair with the legs of the chair, boom, on the back of the dog. And I was just like, God damn.
Grandma chased the dog inside.
She was almost, she didn't get fucked. She was like, you think you got away? She was like, boom, boom. And the dog was like, arr, arr, arr.
It felt good though. Fuck that dog.
I was just like, what are you doing to the dog? I didn't know what had happened, right? And she was like, you're not eating. Like, she was beyond upset. And then she starts telling my mom, give him bread. Apparently there's a superstition that when you're afraid, you should eat bread because it absorbs the fear. It's kind of like, when you're
I thought it was just because I was fat. They were like, yo, give that motherfucker some bread. He'll chill out. Give him some bread.
Give him some carbs. He just needs a little bit of carbs in his life.
I for real thought that.
No, it's like a little superstition that they have that where it absorbs the fear out of your body. That's what it does. But I'm like, isn't that for drunk people? Like, does it the bread absorb the alcohol in your stomach? Whatever. But I remember my mom trying to feed Pierre the bread, and he's like crying like hysterically. Like, you can't get him, number one, you can't understand what he's saying. Number two, you can't get him to stop like
I had asthma. I would take these really deep breaths. I was like, fuck, am I gonna die?
It was crazy. And I was just like, what the I'm over here trying to flat iron my hair with the fucking with the iron on the ironing board. I'm trying to look cute and shit. And
not even gonna fuck.
God, I had no idea. I just came out of the room and I was like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, that was a tadpole story. And so when you see tadpoles now, like, does that remind you each time?
Every time.
Every time. Oh, that's so sad. When you see frogs, do you think the same thing?
No.
Just
It's only tadpoles. Because tadpoles are like children.
Yeah.
So I just thought of like having a fucking.
You can see the guts.
Still right now, I'm doing it right now. Look. Fuck. He got 3 spots on this side.
Stop. Oh, how sad.
Half of his eye was already out.
No.
Like,
that's how afraid you were.